I connect with the sports now, the Prophet ﷺ has recommended archery, bow and arrows, horse riding, playing with your wife. Playing with your wife is an important sport, yeah? You know, the Prophet ﷺ ran a race with his wife, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. But he strongly recommended playing with your wife. And playing with your wife doesn't just mean cricket and football. Play love games, run race, play game, whatever. You know, you'd have some people now, they got a wife there, but they're playing with a ball. And Allah is like, this is my ni'mah and favor, the best gift in the world I have given to you. And you're busy looking at a game on television. Subhanallah, astaghfirullah. That's a whole different lecture anyhow. You have the best interesting game in the world you can play with your wife. Quran and Sunnah that has guided and instructed us towards. We waste time. You know, that reminds me of a cricket advertisement I used to see. I don't know if you still have it on the cricket advertisement. There used to be a guy, his wife is on the bed, good-looking, pretty girl, and she's calling her husband, and he's sitting on the end of the bed looking at a cricket game. But the cricket guys were advertising something else, how much he's interested in the game. He's sitting here looking at the game, his wife is lying here and calling him, and he paid no heed to her. By the time the game match was done and all cricket was done, he turned around, his wife turned into an old lady. He was like, OMG. You know, sometimes be careful that don't happen to some of us. Spend all your time looking at basketball and football and all these games, and then when you get old, you realize you didn't spend enough time with your wife. It has been strongly recommended by the Prophet ﷺ that playing with your wife is a blessing, it's a barakat, and it could be most of the most beautiful amusement and sport. Okay, so let's put that in its perspective. Now, it doesn't mean that other than bow and arrows, archery, and horse riding, you cannot play cricket, you cannot play table tennis, you cannot play lawn tennis. No, you could do all of that. If it's healthy, it's good for you, it's good to relax, it's good to keep you relaxed, because Islam is very much into being a physically fit person. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said about horse riding. That's why he encouraged swimming. Swimming is one of the best exercise to keep you physically fit. It is a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ to swim. He used to swim. He knew to swim. See, today a lot of us believe only in swimming in money and properties. You buy the boat. Can't even catch a fish, but anyhow. You see, swimming, sunnah. Do we understand? Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenukum. This deen, wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati. Allah is saying, I have completed this deen. I have chosen this deen. This is the bounty and favor, this Islam that I have chosen for you. He sent Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to live it. So we're not talking here salah and hajj and fasting here. We're talking about that angle now. How so very flexible this Islam is. So much so that in the times in Medina, when the Muslims would see the Jews playing certain games, and they will ask the Prophet ﷺ, could we play? He said, yes. Don't let the people think that Islam is a religion of extremism, and Islam is a hardcore way of life. Islam has its flexibility as long as it's within the boundaries of Quran and Sunnah. So we're talking sports as much as sports.